Hello, everybody. Hello there. It is the one and only. It is Melanie Day with You've Got Curls and Hair Loss Center. And as always, sharing the right information about hair care techniques, products, and just how to have and how to achieve healthy hair at home. So I'm not sure if you remember Tessica Brown, but she also goes by the name Gorilla Girl, which I absolutely hate that name, but I'm going to call her by her name, Miss Tessica Brown. She had a mishap last year where she basically like had a ponytail and she ran out of her got to be glue and used Gorilla Glue instead, which is what you would use for furniture. And it's an adhesive. Basically, it was a nightmare for her. Well, unfortunately, Miss Brown is in the news again. So I'm going to share the video with you really fast. And we're going to talk about, we're actually going to break down a lot because this is really at the heart of why I've created In Living Curls hair care community to bring you the right information on how to properly take care of your hair at home. Okay, so here's the video. Let's see, share. And here we go.
It's just falling out, and I don't even know. It's like it's melted on the end. Like I don't even know. Look at it. Like I'm over it. Like look all of it. Hey y'all. So I decided that I was gonna start wearing my red hair, but when I looked at it, I had a gray hair here, a gray hair there. So me thinking that my hair is strong enough to take chemicals, dude, no, it wasn't. I put the dye on, jumped in the shower, rinsing it out, and as I'm rinsing it out through my hair is steady coming out as I'm rinsing my hair out. Look, look, it's just falling. Look, it falls out and clumps. Look, look, it's just falling out.
Yeah. So that was a lot. And unfortunately, I feel really bad for Miss Brown because, it was such a traumatic experience what happened the first time. I mean, she was in the ER multiple times trying to get this adhesive off her hair. It was almost basically like a plaster glue. I mean, it was insane to where a plastic surgeon out in Los Angeles actually came up with a formula to remove this adhesive and she was able to get that off because of him. Now, fast forward, I'm not sure how many months that's actually been. And maybe it might be a year, I think. Maybe. I can't really remember. Everything's a blur for me. But I'm not sure if you caught the beginning of the video, but she thought that her hair was strong enough to do color. First of all, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it really, really loud for those that need to hear this. Leave chemicals to the professionals. Do not do chemicals at home if you're not a licensed professional, if you don't know how to do color relaxers, whatever. I know YouTube is great. A lot of people have a YouTube degree and have a graduate degree in YouTubeology, but let me just tell you, it's a science and it's chemicals. And you just saw the video of what happened with Tessica. um it was just, so much. So, like I said, for starters, she thought her hair was strong enough. And so she went ahead and did chemicals on her hair at home. We saw the side effects of it. Her hair was literally coming out in clumps. So, what could have happened? I'm speculating here because I'm not really sure what happened, after all of her situation with the previous mishap. But I'm thinking maybe she wasn't seen a licensed professional afterwards. I'm assuming because her hair is not in the condition that it needs to be. Ladies, please be patient with your hair. Please. I know some of us get kind of antsy and we want to change and we want to switch things up, and our hair can be really deceiving. It might look strong, but once that chemical hits, it's a whole nother story and it's going to melt. And so apparently that is what happened with Miss Brown. She thought her hair was strong enough, but it wasn't. But when you go to a licensed professional, someone who is skilled in hair care, someone who is skilled in the science of chemicals and applying it and knowing what to do, we will tell you whether or not your hair and your scalp is healthy enough for a chemical process. If not, there are steps that need to be taken. Well, what steps are those? For those clients who come to my chair and sit in my chair, you all know. So I'm going to share some behind the scenes with you. First of all, if she were my client, I would not have her run chemicals, relaxer, color at all for a long time, probably over a year. Definitely, because her hair and her scalp has been traumatized. What we would do is that we would do intensive conditioning treatments. We would alternate between a moisturizing and protein, give her a great haircut to make sure that, you know, the shape is nice and everything like that. And as you could probably tell in the video, her hair was just really mushy, this almost like this super tangled, this really put together. That is extremely, extremely damaged hair. And more than likely it's been over processed. So, you know, sometimes there's no coming back from that. You just might actually have to cut all that hair off, you know, and kind of start all over. I don't know if she has an underlying health issue. I don't know about that. You know, there could be a lot of things that we're not seeing. We're just seeing the after effect of, you know, a chemical mishap with color. So once again, I feel bad for Ms. Brown for the situation that's going on with her hair. However, I will say this, that leave chemicals to the professional. And I'm not going to say professionals, leave chemicals applications to people who know what they're doing, a licensed professional who trains, who keeps up, who keeps her license up, who gets continuing education, because you can't go to a stylist who only relies on information that they received in beauty school maybe 10 plus years ago. Would you go to a doctor that does that? No, most doctors have continuing education classes all the time. They have conferences all the time. They're always reading literature all the time, staying up to date. That is the type of stylist and salon professional that you want to visit. So for those of you who enjoy the content that I put out, please share with your friends and family. That is why In Living Curls Hair Care Community was created. It was specifically created for women of color who are struggling with hair loss, but are also trying to maintain their textured hair at home. The video that I showed you of Miss Tessica Brown is that is it. That is it. And when you have the right answers, and when you have someone that's going to help you, and you have a community, it makes life so much easier. So please, you know, take my advice. Please see a licensed professional before you reach for the color bottle or relaxers or whatever, you know, you want to do. Make sure your hair is in the shape that it needs to be in. If you're not for sure what that is, see a licensed professional, please, because otherwise your hair will be coming out in clumps. Okay, so I love you all. I hope this video helps. I hope it answers some questions on what to do and what not to do. And until next time, take care.